I don't like how The Rock is being blamed for WrestleMania being trash when he wasn't part of it. It almost feels like The Rock is being scapegoated. Everybody online hates The Rock. If you didn't notice before, I think at this point the guy is more hated than he is loved. But I feel like he's being scapegoated because, that finish had nothing to do with The Rock. Like, when Travis Scott came out, I will admit, I was thinking, like, where's The Rock? But this is where I get to my point. Triple H is the booker, right? You have to know at the start of the show, before we even get to the main event, that The Rock is not going to be participating in the main event of WrestleMania. You have to know as a booker, as a former legendary wrestler, that sending Travis Scott out there to be a cause and effect of the main event of WrestleMania is the dumbest shit you could possibly do. I am not to believe that Triple H is so dumb that he would think that this was a good idea. What I really think happened is Triple H sent Travis Scott out there because when you send Travis Scott out there, the viewer is trained to think if Travis Scott is coming out here to this Fiend song, we're going to hear The Rock's theme in like the next 15 seconds because that's how it happened at the Elimination Chamber. However, this did not happen. We just got Travis Scott walking out there and taking 5 minutes. You know what this makes me think? This makes me think that Triple H wanted the takeaway from the WrestleMania main event to be, where's The Rock? Because if you know you're not going to have him, why not just do the low blow finish where Cody hesitates to hit John Cena without Travis Scott being involved at all, right? Why not have Travis Scott get crossworded at the start of the match and then have the finish be at a completely different point in the match where he wasn't involved at all? Triple H did this in a way where he wanted the takeaway to be like, wait, where's The Rock? Because that's the first thing I fucking thought when Cena won and Travis Scott came out. I'm like, okay, Travis is out here. The Rock should not be far behind. That's what they trained the viewer to think that. Triple H, as a producer of the show, knows that, bro. That's what he wanted you to think, right? I don't think he just booked that shit finish just cause, right? He thought it was a good idea. There's no way he thought Travis Scott, who appeared with The Rock at Elimination Chamber, should be the cause and effect of John Cena winning his 17th world title in his last WrestleMania match. That couldn't have been the best idea he came up with. People are blaming The Rock. I think it's really dumb because, why the fuck would I make a peanut butter why the fuck would I make a jelly sandwich without the peanut butter? Travis Scott being the jelly and The Rock being the peanut butter, right? Like, if I know I have no peanut butter, I'm not going to make a bread on bread jelly fucking sandwich. That's disgusting. Why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, now I understand people's frustration with The Rock because The Rock did some bullshit too, right? That's like let's say we're on the Boston Celtics and Derek White gets the team to the NBA Finals. He helps them get to the NBA Finals. He says, I think Derek White's job is done here. Like, what the fuck? You're not injured or nothing, right? So what do you mean? So I understand that, but that doesn't excuse Triple H for not coming up with something better, right? Everybody piling on The Rock because that's the easy thing to do nowadays, right? Everybody hates The Rock, so this is the easy thing to do. But I'm looking at Triple H like, nigga, how is this your best idea if you know he's not gonna be here, right? This is Cena's last main event, and in a way, I feel like he tried to fuck John Cena's last main event because if you know historically, Triple H has never really liked John Cena. But like I said though, if you know this is Cena's last match, if you know Rock is not gonna be there, why the fuck would Travis Scott be your best option, right? I've seen people say, oh, it was a lose-lose situation. He sent them out there for good PR. That's not good PR because everybody was like, why the fuck is he here? Like, if he didn't show up, people wouldn't have cared, honestly. Cody could have got a receipt somewhere else down the line. Like, people weren't motherfuckers didn't buy a ticket to see Cody get a receipt on Travis Scott. Nobody gives a fuck about Cody Rhodes, bro. But like I was saying, right? Everybody letting Triple H off the hook and just shifting the blame to The Rock because Triple H had a good Monday Night Raw. No, nigga, I'm not one of these people who just shit on The Rock and agree with everything Triple H says. No, fuck no. I disagree with what that nigga did at WrestleMania, right? Like, no smart booker, no smart wrestler thought that was a good idea. I guarantee you every wrestler in the back thought, like, what the fuck? Like, that's the finish? You know? Like, I'm surprised Cena didn't say anything like, you want Travis Scott to be the reason that I win the 17th World Championship. That's not The Rock's fault. If we're before the match and The Rock isn't there, and Triple H is like, yes, I still want to do the Travis Scott thing, and he knows The Rock isn't there, how the fuck is that The Rock's fault? Yes, I know he's supposed to be there, but he's not here now. We're at the start of the show. You're still writing out the main event because we're at the top of the show, and you still decide to go with Travis Scott being the one to help John Cena win the 17th world title. A picture that will never be forgotten in the history of professional wrestling. This is what you choose to do, Triple H, as a booker for your top star, John Cena. That's all I got to say about that, y'all. Just listen to what I'm saying, right? I don't know how, like, I understand blaming The Rock for not being there. He did do some bullshit, but this is not entirely his fault, bro. Triple H has to come up with a better fucking idea for the main event of WrestleMania. And that's all I got to say about that. I'll catch you guys later. It's your boy BSB. Peace out.